Hello, my name is Nicole, and I would like to welcome you to the first Paddocks Press video in our new series on meetings. Over the next 5 months, Anton, Karen, Zelinda and I will cover all the important meetings that take place in a community scheme, starting with the inaugural meeting, the annual general meeting, special general meetings, and lastly, trustee meetings. Each tutorial will cover when the meeting should be held, what notice should be given, the quorum requirements, voting, proxies, and the chairperson's role. Before we get too technical, let us take a look at a few terms that are associated with meetings, starting with the term meetings itself. In our Sectional Title Meetings Handbook, a meeting is described as a gathering of people arranged to discuss and decide on issues that affect them. It is not possible for one person to have a meeting alone, even if that person is holding proxies for other members. In a sectional title scheme, a trustee can never have a meeting alone. However, there are always exceptions to the rules, and if one person owns all the units in the scheme, he would in fact be entitled to hold the meeting alone. Notice: all people are entitled to attend the meeting must be given proper notice. They are entitled to know in advance any proposed discussions or decisions that might affect them. A person can waive their right to receive notice, and this should be done in writing and is only valid until the waiver has been retracted by that person. The notice period will be discussed in detail for each meeting. What I would like to cover now is how the notice period actually works. So, for example, if the notice period is 7 days and the notice is given on a Monday, which would be day 1, the notice period will start on the Tuesday, day 2. The notice would expire on day 8, which would be the end of the following Monday, and the meeting would take place the next day, Tuesday, which is day 9. Keep in mind that if the notice was to expire on a Sunday or a public holiday, the notice will only expire at the end of the following day. Quorums. A quorum is the minimum number of people who must be present or represented at a meeting before the meeting can proceed. The quorum requirement is dependent on the type of meeting to be held. Proxies. Votes can be cast personally or by someone on your behalf. The person voting on your behalf is known as a proxy. Proxies must be appointed in writing and signed by the person making the appointment, and this form must be handed to the chairperson before the meeting starts. The proxy form could or perhaps should specify how to vote, or the vote could be left to the proxy holder's discretion. A proxy appointment could be for a specific meeting or for a period of time. A duly appointed proxy may participate in the meeting process and exercise all the rights which the owner would have exercised. The appointment of a proxy may be revoked at any time before the meeting. If a proxy is attending a meeting on your behalf, then you may not attend that meeting as well. Voting. In order to be eligible to vote, the member must be in good standing. This means that the levy payments must be up to date and there must be no breach of the scheme's conduct rules. The exception to this is when voting is for a unanimous or a special resolution. Votes can either be counted by number, where 1 vote is attached to each person's section, or by vote value. In a sectional title, a vote by vote value is known as a poll vote. Normally the vote is taken in number, simply by a show of hands. However, it could be taken by marking a voting paper, which is called a ballot. The chairperson is elected by trustees and not by the members. The chairperson signs the chairperson's report reviewing affairs of the body corporate during the past financial year, which is presented to the members at the annual general meeting. They receive the completed proxy forms before the start of the meeting. The chairperson's function is to make sure that the meeting is properly convened. This includes the notice and quorum, control of the meeting, declare the results of the votes, and close the meeting. We hope that you are looking forward to this upcoming presentation on meetings and that you will find them useful when planning or attending the meetings at your scheme.